Hello, everyone. Happy Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are on this amazing planet. Welcome back to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Ooh, we're still enjoying the basking in this light. When we move the melon, whoop, that was yesterday. I'm going to fill you guys in on some observations I'm having, and I'm going to answer a question that was in the comments. But you guys know how we roll around here first and foremost. If you are new today, welcome, and please drop it in the comments below so that we can give you a proper hello. And we have new subscribers of the Love Train community from Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome to you. I hope it's drying out there finally. Seattle, Washington, welcome to you. New from Idaho as well. Welcome. And then we're getting a little collection now in San Miguel Allende, Mexico. Welcome. And also new in the Netherlands and in Belgium as well. So welcome over from the European side. I love you guys so, so much. So let's talk about what is going on. So we had like 4 days in a row of moving the melon for you. That's the last two that we saw. And then last night, so this is about 2:30 a.m. You can see we did get a little punch, but this is really, we went into definitely, this was space for us to integrate, right? When that much light comes in, now it's like we have to integrate the light. So it's been relatively, there's little bits of release in here. The red in here is release. We're in an integration period. There is definitely energy coming. I can feel it. And so grounding is essential. It is absolutely essential. Now, the light is yummy, depending on where you are in your journey. So don't get frustrated. I'm seeing a lot of, people saying, why am I getting so triggered lately? So whatever's triggering you, it's an unhealed, or what we would call an incomplete emotion that didn't go full circle and it didn't gain an understanding so that it can then release. So if something, or particularly if it's someone, is triggering you, instead of focusing outward on the person that triggered you, say, okay, what did I feel? Like, go inward and say, what must I believe? Why did I react that way? What must I believe? What's bringing this forward? Okay. Because there's some really deep things coming up now for healing, and that is causing some like crankiness and frustration, and just don't just don't give up. It's not the time to give up. There's really great energy here for us already now. And think of it as like, this is like the deepest part of the purge. And it's usually the part you're holding on to. And I've seen some things right up into like, including, and I'm talking about here in our community, where there's emotions that want to come forward to be healed. But if you were, and this happens a lot, sadly, we socially, we tell men, suck it up and hold it in. That it doesn't work. It's a beach ball underwater, no matter who you are or what you are. It's a beach ball underwater, and it's going to come up, and it's going to keep coming up and get into your field until you look at it and face it. And so if you're not emoting and not allowing that emotion, first you have to own it. Own that, okay, yes, I'm sad. Yes, I'm depressed. Yes, I'm mad. You must own it first, and then you can allow it to come out, but you have to allow yourself to feel it. That's why many of you, and I commend you, are saying like, oh my gosh, I was overcome with tears out of nowhere and just flowing and flowing. And that's that feeling that I said, I think yesterday, where it feels like a tidal wave came over you, but you have to feel it to let it go, because somewhere up there, your inner child's trying to gain an understanding of it. And if you tell it, shush, shush, shut up, be seen and not heard, it never gets an understanding. And then your body intelligence is like, okay, let's give it to them again. They didn't get it yet. So very important. Allow yourself to feel it. Give yourself some private time if you need to cry and let something out, or if you're mad about something. This tends to be even worse. If you're festering or you're feeling resentment, any of those things fester, and that can be a big, heavy beach ball that's nasty on the way out. But you can make it easier if you just say, okay, this is a beach ball I've been holding, and I'm really done with it now. And I'm going to give my inner child a huge break and say, you know what? Let's let this go now. Let's emote a little bit. Yes. Let's feel it, right? Feel it and then heal it. That's how it goes. It always is. All right. Before I go to though the chakra chart. So this was again, I think I said it, but just to repeat. So this little burst in here came in at around 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I pulled this at 11 a.m. this morning. So you can see we're in an integration pattern, but I can already feel there's absolutely light coming. I know there's been a ton of solar activity, and remember that is generated from us. It's our light. It's our light gaining momentum, magnifying, right? All this stuff. They put it all together, run it through our bodies, and then it's going back to the sun and reflecting back to us. This is how it's promoting more and more to awaken. You guys that are here as way showers. And so we're here to hold the light for others. So don't let somebody that's not awake trigger you. It's not worth it because now you're just stepping out of your own alignment. Hold your light and then understand they're just a beautiful soul just like you. They're just in a different part of their journey. It's all good. It's all good. In divine timing, it all works itself out. There's no in front of, there's no behind, there's no hierarchy in consciousness. We're all one. We're all perfect. We're all whole. And now we're completing and reconciling anything that was falsely delivered otherwise. So that's where we're at. So give me a second and I want to switch this. Let me switch this over to, I have an old graphic that I created on Canva that I'm bringing back because it feels really appropriate. Okay, so my guides gave me this back in, I want to say, I think it was the beginning of September. And so this is how they described what was coming in the September energies as we're drawing the arrow back. So there was tension on it, right? And the deeper it had to go, the more tension, the more tension. And then here, this represents your who man. Is the who man knowing that there's something not serving you, a relationship? It could be a job. It could be something you're holding on from childhood that you've been pissed off about for 30 years and you don't want to let it go. Or are you still afraid of your family? Are you still afraid of your family? Is someone in your family still telling you what to do? Hello, let it go. You're a soul on your own journey. They are each individually on their own journey. If they're giving you shit about your journey, it's because they're scared about their own. So just give them love and go back to you. It's all about you. Hold on to your power. So this space in here is when we release something like that, that tension, right, is all this energy that built up in here. And then now this has been blasted forward with this new light. So what's happening though is that, depending on how hard you were holding on to this sucker and for how long, it's like when you release, if I had a rubber band on my wrist for this whole time and then took it off, there's some pain after it goes. So that some of you are feeling that residue of that big emotional release. And then it's weird because the body's going, oh, I just dropped off some massive rocks out of my backpack. Well, what do I do? Because I've been hauling those suckers for years. Now I feel empty, right? Truth is, you do feel lighter. I fill myself with pure love and light. I fill myself with pure love and light. And don't worry if you forget that or don't remember to do it because you're being filled with love and light always. And when these bursts come in, it's like magnifying beyond what the noodle can calculate. So I just wanted to, tell you, like, have some compassion for yourself. If you're feeling like, I'm just detecting a lot of some unalignment and maybe recoiling. And, if you're here on the love train, you're here for a reason. You followed the energy here and just know it's getting better. It's absolutely getting better. And each of you is a unique expression of source creator, not a duplication, not in no way are you like any other soul that incarnated. So own your uniqueness, own it. If anybody gets in your way, give them a little love, but butt out. Get out of my journey. You got to manage your own energy right now. I can't say that enough. All right, let's take a peek at the chakra chart. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Oops, I went the wrong way. Move the melon. Okay, so you can see, so this was that blast yesterday. And then the burst that came in like at 2:30 a.m., that's going to be here. And but here's what's interesting. If you can see this, this is that root, you can see the root. This deals with our identity. And this is going to be the area, the energy vortex part of your physical body, where if you are still wearing a mask, if you cannot be yourself, your true authentic self, not the self that anybody else wanted you to be, this is the stuff that when you do let it go, or when it comes forward, it's painful because you were identifying with an ego identity. It's you were like, oh wait, I'm not noodle soup, I'm source. I'm Source Creator. I'm not Noodle Soup. What the heck? Get out of here, Noodle Soup. Move over, right? But it can be, it's the newness that feels awkward, and we're used to like trying to plan everything out and know everything in advance, and so it can feel awkward stepping into this new space. You are not alone. You got this amazing community with you, every single one of you. And you can always come in here. This is all energetic. This is all full of love. And this is all for you. And I love you guys so, so much. I almost forgot. See, I love you so much that my guides are like, oh, someone had a question. Here we go. Someone asked about meditating. So, Joy, okay, Joy said, can you give me a meditation that's because you get frustrated? Listen, I don't meditate a long time when I do it, but here's what you need to know. There are many ways of meditating, and all it means is just being still and not making any noodle soup. So different ways that you can meditate is doing any kind of an arts and crafts. If you don't own a coloring book, get on Amazon and order yourself a coloring book. That effortless concentration where you're softly focused on something is meditating. You can listen to music. You do not need to meditate for long periods of time. It's about achieving that stillness in between. You can go outside, take 3 deep breaths, and ground into Gaia. And, I know who I am, or yeah, right? I know who I am. I know who I am, whatever your favorite mantra is. And then find just a moment where you're in peace, but if sitting still makes the melon go out, you can also try closing your eyes and put the focus to the back of your brain. Put the focus to the back of your brain. And the melon is so busy trying to find the back of the brain that it actually gets quiet for a second. So it's really, but you can do it. Anything that makes you feel in that zone, that stillness is what you're looking for. And you can have that when you're doing an activity. So I hope that helps you, but don't think that you have to do any kind of traditional where you're just sitting, Indian style and completely still with, I know with all these, talking points, is the crown straight up, right? You don't need to do all of that. Find something that's comfortable for you, that's easy for you. And I'm not kidding. It can be as basic as just get a coloring book and just, have fun with it, relaxing, any kind of relaxing thing that helps you to zone out is perfect. It's not the length of time, it's that connection, it's the inward connection. So I wanted to share that with you. And thank you for bringing that forward. I love that question because I too, there's many days where I don't have the patience because I'm like, la la la, what's going on? Especially now with all this energy, I really do. But I do make myself slow down and I go for those moments. I'll put on some theta waves are great too. Sometimes I'll just put theta waves on in the background, like if I'm wiping down dishes or something like that. And then it's nice and easy and peaceful. It's really okay. Am I in a state of peace right now? That's it. It's all you need to achieve. It's no biggie. And then you'll find days where you're like, oh, now I'm looking for that piece. And then, you can do a longer one, but find one that feels good to you. And if you want one of the ones that we've created in the focus group, send me a note, Joy, and I will happily email you a link for them because there's some easy ones to follow there and they're not that long. All right. Well, you guys, I love you so much. Have an amazing weekend. I'm so excited. I'm doing a quantum healing again this weekend. So I will let you know because that's where I find out what we're clearing for the collective. And I will absolutely be sharing that with you because sometimes it's just nice to have an idea of, what kind of a beach ball is coming up this time, right? But we are already in the new energy. So please keep that in mind. Give yourself some grace and exercise self-care. If you feel like you're being triggered lately, give yourself a pass on it. And you've got this. We're doing amazing. So I will see everybody when the energy calls. Love you. Ciao.